I'm Kristen. Standing in the middle of the newly lit community market in the Lantern District, I'm surrounded by the warm glow of the lanterns I designed. The air is filled with the smell of sawdust and curing concrete, a sweet scent of progress. I look at the blueprints in my hand and then up at the roof I've built, feeling a sense of accomplishment and freedom that I've never experienced before. It all started with an email notification in my office at Northline Design Associates in Denver. The ping was like a thunderbolt in my quiet, climate-controlled workspace. The subject line of the email was simple yet earth-shattering. National Design Council, Rising Vision Designer Award. Winner, notification. I was a rising star in the architectural world, managing large budgets and negotiating with tough contractors, but this news made my hands shake. I had won the Rising Vision Designer Award for the community library project I'd dedicated 18 months of my life to. I was eager to share this news with my family. Our family group chat, named the Harris Clan by my mother, was where I usually shared my life updates. I carefully typed out the message, trying to sound casual while hoping they'd understand the magnitude of this achievement. But the response was cold. My sister, Lily, texted back that it was a stupid award, and they were going to dinner. My father, Jack, just liked her message, as if my win was nothing more than a nuisance. A short while later, I checked Instagram and saw Lily's story. She was at an exclusive restaurant in our hometown of Seattle, the Aurora Club. The place was known for its high-end clientele and estate of the art visual system. I remember doing a consultation for the club 2 years ago, and I knew that at 8 p.m. they'd switch the screens to the live broadcast of the award ceremony. Lily had positioned herself perfectly at the table, center stage, but with her back to the massive screen on the wall. My parents were facing the screen. I realized that they had no idea that in just a short while, my face would appear on that screen, receiving the most prestigious award in my field. As I got ready for the ceremony in Chicago, a mix of emotions welled up inside me. I was excited about the award, but also filled with a sense of sadness and anger at my family's dismissal. Renee, my senior creative director, who had always believed in me, was there to support me. She told me to focus on the work and not let my family's indifference affect me. At the ceremony, when my name was announced as the winner, the room erupted in applause. I walked onto the stage with confidence, holding the heavy crystal trophy. I gave a speech, thanking the community and Renee, but I deliberately didn't mention my family. I wanted to claim this victory for myself and the people who had truly supported me. Meanwhile, 700 miles away at the Aurora Club, the atmosphere changed when my face appeared on the screen. My father stopped talking mid-sentence, my mother gasped, and Lily's hand holding the wine glass froze. A young woman at the next table noticed and started recording. The whole scene was captured, and it quickly went viral. Back at the hotel after the ceremony, my phone was bombarded with notifications. The video of my family's reaction had spread like wildfire. People were criticizing Lily for her jealousy and my parents for their lack of support. Lily lost a sponsorship deal with an athletic wear brand, and the family was in a public relations crisis. But the situation got even worse when a journalist from the Seattle Times started asking about the Harris Family Fund, which was mentioned in the awards ceremony's intro package. I had never heard of this fund, and I soon discovered that my parents had impersonated me to submit false information to the National Design Council. They had used my name and reputation to create a fake fund, likely to attract investors for Lily's failed business ventures. I also found out that 2 years ago, my parents had tricked me into signing a $42,000 loan. They used my credit to pay off Lily's debts from a failed event planning business. This realization was like a punch in the gut. I had always been the quiet, hard, working one in the family, while Lily was the center of attention. My parents had always favored her, and now I saw the extent of their manipulation. I decided to take action. I contacted Marcus Thorne, a forensic accountant and civil litigator recommended by Renee. He helped me uncover the details of the fraud. The bank eventually acknowledged the forgery, and the debt was transferred back to my father. I flew back to Seattle to confront my family at a coffee shop. Lily showed up looking a mess, begging me to fix the situation. She wanted me to use my newfound fame to save her brand. But I was done being her safety net. When my parents arrived, they tried to justify their actions, saying they were just trying to look like a supportive family. But I showed them the evidence of their fraud and the loan they had taken out in my name. I made it clear that I was done with their lies and manipulation. I retained counsel, froze my credit, and issued a statement to the press clarifying my lack of affiliation with the Harris Family Fund. I told them to stop contacting me and that all communication would go through my lawyer. As I drove back to Denver, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. I had finally broken free from the toxic family dynamic. Back at work, I received an amazing opportunity. The city council was impressed by my retraction of the false family fund narrative and green lit a new project for me. I was promoted to the director of community architecture, leading a large-scale project in the Lantern District. Recently, I received a text from Lily. She said I had won, not because of the award, but because I wasn't afraid of them anymore. She was now working as a receptionist, paying her own rent. It was a small step, but it showed that maybe, just maybe, she was starting to understand the value of hard work and integrity. Standing here in the lantern-lit market, I know that I've built the life that stands on its own. Their criticism and lies can no longer touch me. I've turned on the light, and the shadows of my past are finally fading away.